Imagine investing everything you had into a relationship, your trust, your money, your heart, only to realize it was a lie from the start. Every promise, every late-night call, every I love you, a mask hiding the ultimate betrayal. Now, imagine the moment when the truth hits. The marriage was never real. The person you loved was using you to manipulate your life, your money, even your future. And as if that weren't enough, you discover that while you were planning a life together, a new life was already being created, but not with you. What would you do in that moment? Could you hold your composure? Or would everything, your anger, your heartbreak, your need for justice, explode all at once? Tonight, we're diving deep into a story of manipulation, heartbreak, and shocking revelations. A story where love, greed, betrayal, and fate collide in ways you won't believe. And we're going to uncover every hidden detail, every forbidden secret, and every twist that makes this story unforgettable. By the end of this video, you'll ask yourself, how far can someone go to protect their lies? And what happens when the truth finally comes crashing down? Let's begin. It started with money, a sum that wasn't small, but life-altering. Tens of thousands of dollars invested into the dream of a life together. A wedding, a green card, a K-1 visa process. Every penny was supposed to be an investment in love. But soon that love revealed itself as a calculated scam. The confrontation was inevitable. The evidence was undeniable. Phone records, daily routines, and whispered secrets over months revealed the truth. A betrayal so deep it could have shattered anyone's sense of reality. 8-hour gym sessions, private calls, late-night meetings, all signs pointing toward an affair. The revelation hit like a physical blow. The realization that you weren't a partner in a relationship, but a participant in a long-running scheme. And yet, when confronted, the lies didn't stop. Excuses, deflections, and attempts to minimize the pain poured out, but the damage was done. Trust, that fragile foundation, was broken, and with it, the idea of a shared future crumbled. The demand was simple, brutal, a divorce. No mediation, no second chances, no reconciliation. Just a clean, final severing. And with it, a cold calculation. The tally of financial damages, the money lost, and the legal fees required to undo the consequences of someone else's deception. $70,000. Every dollar a symbol of manipulation. But money was only the surface. The deeper betrayal cut into emotions, into the psyche. The very act of being used, of being discarded, left a wound that could not be quantified. It's one thing to lose money. It's another to lose trust in humanity itself. Every item returned, a hoodie, a coffee machine, personal belongings, became a reminder of what was lost, of what was never real. The act of collecting one's things from a home that had once represented shared dreams felt like scavenging the remnants of a life that had been carefully constructed to deceive. And in the midst of it all, the emotional weight multiplied. Watching the other person move on, not quietly, but flaunting a new life, a new partner, a pregnancy, added layers of rage, disbelief, and heartbreak. Not just betrayal, but the ultimate insult, a life that continued while yours was still trying to catch up with reality. The emotional complexity here is staggering. It's not just anger or sadness. It's a cocktail of disbelief, grief, and helplessness. And the narrative twists didn't end there. The meeting, the birthday party turned chaos, revealed the full extent of deception. Words were exchanged, sharp, cutting, accusatory. But the true horror was not just the confrontation. It was the realization that even public spaces could become stages for manipulation and control. Shouts, accusations, and humiliation unfolded in real time. It was messy, raw, and utterly unfiltered. And then came the revelation no one expected. Pregnancy. A new life, a child born from the betrayal itself. Suddenly, every act of deception took on a new dimension. It wasn't just past mistakes or stolen money. It was life itself being reshaped, creating stakes that were irreversible. And in the midst of this emotional storm, moments of pure humanity surfaced. The awe, the tears, the fragile joy in witnessing the miracle of birth. A baby's heartbeat, tiny hands, perfect little features, served as a counterbalance to the chaos. Life persists even in the shadow of betrayal. But let's dig deeper. This story is more than just a personal drama. Hidden layers, symbolism, and forbidden knowledge emerge when you analyze the timing and motivations. The green card and K-1 visa. Were they merely tools, or were they weapons in a larger scheme of control? The emotional manipulation, was it a calculated pattern to weaken trust and enforce dependency? The sudden desire for divorce, was it sparked by love or by external influence, social pressure, or opportunism? These questions reveal a narrative where every action is loaded with intent, and every revelation carries consequences far beyond what meets the eye. Even the pregnancy itself is a catalyst, not just a new life, but a pivot point, forcing choices and emotions that could not have existed otherwise. The timing, the secrecy, the reactions, all part of a story that is as much about psychological warfare as it is about romance gone wrong. Now, I want you to imagine something. If you discovered that your partner had been manipulating you financially, emotionally, and romantically, how far would you go for justice? Would you confront them publicly, or quietly rebuild your life while keeping the scars hidden? Drop your answer in the comments. Let's see how far people would go in extreme betrayal situations. And if you're still here, watching every emotional twist, don't forget to subscribe. We're uncovering every hidden detail, every forbidden secret, and every shocking revelation that mainstream coverage misses. You won't want to miss the continuation of this story. The final moments bring a mixture of heartbreak and unexpected beauty. Witnessing a baby, the first tangible proof of life, creates a pause in the chaos. Every heartbeat, every tiny toe, every fragile movement is a reminder that even in the darkest narratives, creation and hope persist. But yet, the juxtaposition is cruel. The life of a child, innocent and unaware, exists alongside betrayal and deceit. The emotional punch is overwhelming. Grief, anger, and awe collide, leaving the viewer suspended in a state of profound tension. This is where the story forces reflection. How much of our lives are truly ours? How much control do we have over destiny, love, and loyalty? And what happens when deceit intersects with life itself? In the end, the story is far from over. The betrayal may be exposed, the divorce underway, and the baby born, yet every choice, every lie, every secret still resonates. Questions linger. Will justice ever be truly served? Can trust be rebuilt, or is it irreparably lost? And how will the arrival of new life change the dynamics of manipulation and control? These unanswered questions ensure that the story echoes long after the screen goes dark. If you want to uncover the hidden truths, the forbidden knowledge, and the shocking twists of this real-life drama, hit that subscribe button and join me for the next breakdown. Because in stories like this, the most shocking truths are never the ones you see coming. They're the ones that unfold silently, between the lines, in the spaces you least expect.